The reason I go to Mass is because I can take part in something I cannot do on YouTube or with my friends at somebody's house, the corporate worship of God around the sacred altar of God. St. Paul calls this in 1 Corinthians 10 the table of the Lord and compares it to what he calls the table of demons, both of which are sacrificial altars. And Hebrews 13:10 even says, "We have an altar from which those who serve the tent have no right to eat." A priest saying Mass can offer me something glorious, even if he has to say the Mass on the hood of a Jeep in the middle of a war zone, like Father Capon did in the Korean War. He can offer me something amazing and life-changing, even if he's a lackluster public speaker, or even if he just doesn't know the local language very well. That's because he offers Jesus Christ himself under the form of bread and wine as the paschal sacrifice that takes away the sins of the world and gives us eternal life. Jesus himself said this in John 6, "Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. For my flesh is food indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood abides in me, and I in him." Now, let me be clear. Preaching is important at the liturgy. St. Francis of Assisi moved people to tears with his homilies, and St. John Chrysostom was called the Golden Mouth because of his preaching prowess. But if a priest reverently offers this one sacrifice that is represented on the altar, even if he struggles to speak the local language, then that man is more impressive than even the most eloquent Protestant preacher, because that priest humbly submits himself to God's authority, to God's call that he serve the church by representing to the Father the one sacrifice of Christ that takes away the sins of the world, and so that we can partake of that sacrifice in the Eucharist to receive nourishment that guides us on our journey to eternal life.